All right. Um, we good?
No, that's what I was pointing out to
Oh,
you.
I got it. All right. I'd like to welcome everybody to this afternoon's town board work session, Tuesday, May 27th. I'm going to ask everybody to please rise for a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If I get a little hoarse, I'm doing my best to hold my allergies in check today. This has not been an easy couple of weeks if you're allergic to pollen. Um, Nevertheless, we have a few items. We're going to go through our town board meeting agenda items and then executive session. We have land transfer and development parcels. It's related to uh, Boulevard Mall and ACC. That shouldn't surprise anybody. We've been working on those. That's the gun club property for some time. We also, I need to add, there's going to be a police personnel matter related to individual. Nothing bad, just contractual issue. And so we're going to be talking about both of those in executive session. I think the assistant chief's here and Zach and Bob, if you can stick around just for a little bit. Okay. All right. Um, so we have on the agenda. We have a number of people this evening that will be holding the meeting in memory of. And I do, although it's not a called out item here, want to recognize and thank the members of the Veterans Committee, Councilwoman Berger, Dan Howard, our planning director, for what I thought was again a very fitting, touching, and wonderfully formal, not formal, wonderfully um, informative. Thank you. And respectful commemorance ceremony yesterday on Memorial Day at the Williamsville Cemetery. It's my 18th that I've been to, and they've always ranged. It's important, I think, to recognize not only our servicemen and women who have fallen in battle, but also those we've lost as parts of the posts and the community over the years. And so I'd like to thank everybody again for. I know that that's a little bit of an undertaking, but I think I think it's worthwhile. It drives at the heart of what it makes our community special, and the people and the men and women that volunteer um, and sacrifice everything to keep our community special. So thank you for everybody involved in that, and thank everybody again this evening. We've got a couple of items, proclamations and announcements. Councilman Zucala, you have the Amherst Police Department Annual Award Ceremony.
Yes.
Okay. And then Councilmember Marinucci, you have the Amherst Youth Consortium Volunteer. Um, Both also very important parts of our community. So we're happy to celebrate those. We have two public hearings tonight. One will be on parking restrictions at the dead end of Sierra Drive, which I assume the engineering department's presenting. Good? Yeah, okay. And the second is on 3230 and 3238 Millersport Highway. Sean? Okay. Um, Items, we don't have any development review actions. Are there any questions on those two public hearings? I guess on 3230 and 3238, this is the first time we're seeing it, so we'll probably hold it. Okay. We have some items under our resolutions. Councilmember Marinucci, you've got the Amherst Community Diversity Commission election of officers. Any questions about that? They self-elect?
They self-elect. It's a new chair this term, Zen Lu, who's been on the commission for a bit, but we're excited about him. Former chair is serving as vice chair to kind of help in the transition.
Great. We appreciate everything Dr. Devgan has done in that role as chair. Any questions regarding that? Any reason to withhold our approval from consent? Okay. Resolution 501 is the North Bailey Senior Shelter bond resolution in the amount of $335,000. That is to kind of bring the building up to where we need it to be in order to be a senior center, an active senior center, and serve as a shelter, an emergency shelter. It'll also be subject to a voice vote and seeker. So we'll hold that for tonight. Are there any questions on that? Just again, what needs to happen there, we have, as we experienced with the blizzard a couple of years ago, we have this issue where our shelter is meant to be the senior center with its kitchen and capacity, but in issues of blizzard or drastic conditions like that, it can be unreachable for many. And what we found is we needed to actually have more localized shelters. So the idea is basically to use that as a central shelter and dealing with much of the Gettsville area. Then we'll have a shelter at 5500, which is what we ended up using for a shelter in that blizzard, which is 5500 Sheridan, which is the 505 Sheridan, sorry, which is the youth center. And then this will serve as a shelter on that sort of the southwest corner, and then we have the northwest community center as well. So the idea is basically to kind of fan out a little bit and be able to provide relief in the area that is where it's needed, instead of having to try to get people to the center of the 54 square mile town. Resolution 502 is the North Forest Park renovations. It's a bond resolution, the amount of $325,000 as well. That bond resolution complements Splash Pad, which is state funded splash pad, and a grant from the Jolly Boys for a playground. The building, the pool, everything's been in need of some refurbishment. This is the first step of that. This will also require a voice vote and seeker. Any questions? The next one is Resolution 503, which is the license agreement on 176 Londonderry Lane, Mohammed and Nargis, CRS 5561. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? The next item is Resolution 504, which is a peddler and transient permit fees. Any questions regarding those? Any reason to withhold them from consent? Resolution 505 is the amusement license for Devolio Incorporated, 9570 Transit Road. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 506 is amusement license for the Amber Lee. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 507 is a new firefighter for North Bailey Fire Company. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 508 is budget transfers and amendments. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold them from consent? Resolution 509 is an award of RFP 202501 for professional planning and grant services, CRS 5507 through 5525. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold them from consent? Resolution 510 is an award of bid 2025019 busing, CRS 5546. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold them from consent? Resolution 511 is an award of bid 2025018 police vehicles, CRS 5551. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 512 is an award of bid 2025012 parking lot crack fill, seal, and coat and striping, CRS 5553. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent?
I'm going to do some. I understand I was doing a presentation last week and I had no voice because of an allergy attack in the middle. So we'll see how long I last. Resolution 2025-513, disposal of wastewater sludge, grit, and screenings, CRS 5558. Any reason to withhold from consent? Okay. Resolution 2025-514, award of bid number 2025020, calcium nitrate solution, CRS 5559. Any reason to withhold from consent? Resolution 2025-515, change order number 01-MC and final, J.R. Swanson Plumbing Company, Royal Park Sports Complex, Town of Amherst, job number 2019.05, CRS 5528. Any reason to withhold from consent? Okay. Resolution 2025-516, change order number 1 and final, GC Algier Construction Corp., Royal Park Sports Complex, Town of Amherst, job number 2019.055, CRS 5556. Any reason to withhold from consent? Resolution 2025-517, change order number 5 and final, -SU, Louis Del Prince and Sons Incorporated, Royal Park Sports Complex, Town of Amherst, job number 2019.055, CRS number 5555. Any reason to withhold from consent? 2025-518, the last one for Royal Park Sports Complex, change order number 03, EC and final, Industrial Power and Lighting Corporation, Town of Amherst, job 2019.055, CRS number 5563. Any reason to withhold from consent? Okay. Resolution 2025-519, to expend funds from the Veterans Memorial Trust account. Any reason to withhold from consent? It's for up to 1,000. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Thank you. Resolution 2025-520 is the ECWA utility work permit, 17 Glen Meadow Drive South. Any questions regarding the permit? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 521 was a highway work permit, ECWA 681 Frankhauser Road. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 522 is a clerk part-time for the planning department. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 523 is Microsoft 365 program signature form, CRS 5271. Any questions regarding the resolution itself? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 524 is to authorize the planning department to expend funds from the trust account for the Veterans Memorial consistent with the town board resolution RES 2011-871 for the purpose of engraving names of veterans on the Veterans Memorial. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 525 is sidewalk waiver request SWW 2025-01 for 789 Tonawanda Creek Road. Any questions regarding that waiver? The reason not to grant it via consent. Resolution 526 is the Amherst Central School District CRS 5541 Student Resource Officer Program. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 527 is the Williamsville Central School District CRS 5539 Student Resource Officer Program. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 528 is the Sweet Home Central School District CRS 5540 Student Resource Officer Program. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? I would just like to commend the police for the handling of the student resource officer program over the years. It was something that I came in. We had one, I think, at Sweet Home. We were able to grow that program. I think that it's. I think police would acknowledge that it's significantly impacted the school feeling of school safety, and obviously helped us in wake of situations that we've had recently in Sweet Home and other places. So thank you, Chief and Assistant Chief, for that and the administration of that program. Resolution 529 is the Digital Surveillance Solutions DSS CRS 5543 Royal Park Access Control. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 530 is the Erie County Board of Elections Early Voting Lease Agreement, CRS 5537. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 531 is Computer Touchscreen for Senior Services, Xavis Solutions, LLC, DBA, My Senior Center, CRS 5560. Any questions regarding the resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 532 is a payment authorization for server migration invoices, Aptean Incorporated, CRS 4743. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Resolution 533 is Town of Amherst bid 2025001 sodium hypochlorite contract extension, bless you, JCI Jones Chemicals Incorporated, CRS 5547. Any questions regarding that resolution? Any reason to withhold it from consent? Communication 50 is a request for a public hearing for 2190 and 2200 Worley Drive. Recommend we grant that for.
It's already set.
Any questions regarding that? Any reason not to do that via consent? Communication 51, correspondence from Sean Hopkins for 43 Millersport Highway, mixed use project. I recommend we receive this, refer it to town engineering and town planning department. Attorney.
Same place we referred it to in April.
Okay.
An update on that.
Attorney and engineering and planning. Anywhere else? Any reason not to do that via consent? Communication 52, correspondence from Sean Hopkins Esquire regarding 42 and 50 Dodge Road. I would also recommend we refer this to the attorney, planning, and engineering department. Anywhere else? Any reason not to do that via consent? Good. Okay. We have an executive session to adjourn to. There are two items. Only one appears on the agenda. Second item is related to police personnel issue. I will motion to adjourn to executive session at this time.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay.